So essentially, this is the end of the project, which is a box. It has four sides and a bottom. Now, I could just as easily make a top, but that'd be a little bit more advanced than you need right now. So we're going to show you how this is done. Okay, as you can see, I have one, two, three, four sides. They have tabs, so it will all fit together. And then you have a bottom, which have tabs that will all fit together. So the first thing you need to do is need to open up a new file, and you're going to go new file, and then I want you to make it 12 inches by 12 inches. And I want you to be sure it's 12 inches by 12 inches because it does matter. And then we're going to go ahead, orientation, let's just go ahead and keep it on the landscape. All right, artboards 1 is fine for now. And then we're just going to go ahead and say create. So now here's my blank artboard. And what we're going to do first is we're going to make our sides. And the way we're going to do that is we're just going to go to the rectangle tool, come up and click up here, and it's going to be 3.5 inches high by 4.5 inches, 3.5 inches wide, excuse me, by 4.5 inches high, and say OK. Now I've made one box. Now just so we have a frame of reference, and the reason we're doing it is on a 12 by 12 is because that's what I'm going to hand you. I'm going to hand you a 12 by 12 piece of plywood, which is 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters. So we have one. Now, just for the purposes of illustration, because I'm going to do it 4 times for you, I'm going to copy that, paste it. You can just as easily, if you want to, you can copy 2 of them at the same time. You can also, I'm going to show you a little trick. You hold down the Option key, and you get right next to that path once they're selected, and then you pull, and then that makes 2 more. Okay, so those are 2. I let go, so it didn't remember that I wanted to keep those 2. So I've kept those 2, and I say, and boom, and now they're there. Now, there are the 4 sides. There's going to be a bottom. So the bottom comes over here, and the width is 3.5, and the height is 3.5, even though we're looking at it 2-dimensionally, because we're not looking at that 3rd dimension. All right, so this is what we have here. Now, what we want to do is we want to make interlocking tabs. And the way we do that is by adding more boxes, which will be made into columns. And you'll see that in just a moment. First things first is I come over here to my rectangle. I click on the space. Now, right now it's set for 3.5 by 4.5 by 3.5. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this width the same width as the thickness of the wood. So the thickness of the wood is, and I remember this because I've done this many, many times, 0.1181 inches or 3 millimeters. Now the height of this area here we know is 4.5. So we are going to go ahead and make that 4.5. And then we're going to say OK. Now we have this here in this area. Now I'm going to show you something. I want to show you really closely what I have going on here. See how when I go to hover over it, it's got that path. It says path, and there's all sorts of smart guides going on. And it tells me exactly, so I lock right into place where it's supposed to be. And that's where it's supposed to be, right there. I mean, we're talking really tight right here. Let me get right in there so you can see what I'm talking about. And see how it just locks in and it hits the other, because there's another line back here. See that path? Even though there's this line, this black line, that's not really what we're doing. We're working with paths here. If I get rid of that stroke, if I get rid of that thing, here's what you're going to see. See that? See that path right there? That's what you're going to see. Okay? Yeah, undo that so that way you'll be able to see it. There we go. So now we've got that one set. We come back out again. Now we can just as easily, if we want to, we just go ahead and we grab this guy. We can copy him, paste him, and then now you'll notice these smart guides put it right into place. And you're wondering to yourself, Mr. Toronto, why don't I have those smart guides? Well, if you do, that's great. If you don't, I'll show you how to get them. It's let me get a little closer. It's always a little better for me to get really close so I can see what I'm doing. And now we intersect it. Now, if you go to View and then down past Snap to Grid, Snap to Pixel, there's something called Smart Guides. It's Command U as well. So you can turn them on and off if you want to. So, but they're really, really helpful, especially when you're doing this type of work. Now, we have the first 2 sides. We need one more. We need the bottom. Now the bottom is, as you know, 3.5 inches wide. And that would make this wrong. You need to be 3.5 inches, right? By 0.1181 inches, okay? High. And that makes this, this square, this rectangle. And notice how it just snaps right into place where I want it to snap. I'm going to make sure I get really close so I'll be able to see that. I just snap it right into place. There we go. So now it's nice and clean. Now, I could do this for the other three, couldn't I? But I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. All right, I'm going to like that. And I'm just going to come over here, grab this guy right here. And again, I can copy, paste. There's my second one. Or if I want to even be lazier, I can go across these two. And then I go down and get the Option key and I pull. And then there's two more. I let go and I got four total. Now this guy over here, he also needs four sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this path right here, copy, paste, because that's 3.5 inches wide and that should fit right in that channel. That's great. Fit right in the channel. Again, if I want to be lazy, I can go ahead and grab that, hit the Option key, pull, and pull it all the way up, and there he is. Gets into place. Oh, it didn't do because I let go. If you let go when you're in the middle of it, it won't work. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that into place. And I did it. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that's in place. But there's two sides that are missing, and we're going to get those right now. It looks pretty good. Now we're going to pull out. And here's what we're going to do here. We're going to grab this guy right here. We're going to copy, paste it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the E button. When I press the E button, it says everything. And in other words, you can edit this piece real easily. You can edit the size or the width or what have you. Okay, I'm going to go back and say no. So what I want to do is, you see how it's got that little arrow, the curved arrow? That means we're going to be going circular. I'm just on the outside of that. You just kind of hover over here. And now I'm going to hold down my Shift key, and what it does is it's going to snap into place. All right, until it goes into that angle right there. I think it's 40. What is that? Yeah. It goes straight up and down vertically. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to make one more. We want to make it over here. So what do I got to do? I hold down my Option key. I get the two guys together and I pop it into place. And that should be pretty good. I think we're in good shape. Let me see. And yeah, we're there. So now we've got these 3 or 4 sides around here. We've got all these sides over here. Now we have to start doing the interlocking part. Okay? The interlocking part is where it gets a little tricky, but I think you all can handle it. So here's this guy here and this guy here. Well, these two sides, I'm going to go ahead and just choose one side. So I'm choose one side. I'm going to get really close here. And what I'm going to do is on this one side, on each of these columns, I'm going to split it up into a grid. Okay? And there are columns and there are rows. And these are columns right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Object, Path, and I'm going to split that into a grid. Now, if this is a column, I want to split it into rows. I'm going to split it into 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to see what's going to happen. There it is, right there, right? We're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to do Object, Path, split into grid. 1, 2, and 3. I say okay. Now we've got this nice grid here. We need one more down here. We're going to do the same thing. This time it's a little different because it's not a row. We're not splitting it into rows. We're splitting it into columns because this is a row. 1 row, 2, 3 columns. I know I like saying it like that. It's a little twang. All right, so now we've got that set up. Do I need this whole thing over here? You know what I could do is I could get lazy. Let's get lazy. I'm going to get lazy. I'm just going to go... delete that. Just delete it. You know why? Because I'm just going to go like this. Grab this guy right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and Option, pull. Okay, and remember, let go, and it's yours. Now you got 2. Now what can I do down here, you think? You think I need to have these 2 guys, or you think I can do something else? Yeah, that's right. We're going to make those 2. We're going to copy those 2 and paste them into place. We still have to work on this guy over here, but we'll get to that in a second. Option and pull. And let go. And there he is. Now we've got the four sides and we got the bottom. Bottom is missing some stuff. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do object, path. Now it's a row, a row, I mean. So we're going to split it into columns, 2, 3. Let's say okay. All right. So now we're going to come up to this guy up here. We go object, path, split into grids. We're going to do columns. Okay. Okay. These guys are here. I think you know the drill by now. Path, split the grid, 2, 3 rows because it's a column. Boom. There it is. One last time. Object, path, and split into grid. Okay. And there it is right there. Now, there it is right there. We are set. And here we are. So now we have to do what we did before. Remember how they're missing the parts, or they have a tab here and they're insert tab here. Well, we're going to do that right now. We're going to do that same bit of work. So what we do is we come around here, we grab these guys, just this one, just so we have it. And this one's going to be the tab, and this one is going to be the tab, and this is going to be the tab, and this is going to be the tab. And the way we do that is with our shape tool. So with our shape tool, we go ahead and we grab that tab right there. We grab this tab right here. We grab this tab. Notice how it's only in that area, and then we're going to grab that tab right there. Now, if I've done this right, it should separate nicely, and I haven't done it right. No, I have, haven't I? Oh, God, I hate it when that happens. Oh, there it goes. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to pull it away, but, I was able to do it there. So now I've got that out, and I'm going to go ahead and delete these guys right here so you don't have to see them. It made extra ones is what happens. So just be patient, and you'll make it happen, okay? And now let's do this again. We're going to go again. Now, this one here is going to be a little different, right? We're going to go like this. And then this one right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this, and then we'll grab. That's a tab going in, okay? And then what's going to happen over here on this side? That's out and out. And this is going to still be down, okay? Because what we want to do is we want to be having one that will fit into here, and then this one should fit in over here, okay? Now let's see if this one was a little bit more, oh yeah, that one was more cooperative. See that? Okay, so there you go. So now we come out and we go back out and we take out all that. Got a little bit of a little funk over there, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it just fits right into place, right into place. It will fit in right in there. There you go. So that'll be that. And now we go to the next one. Next one down. And we can do the same thing. But you know what? I don't want to go the next one down. I'm lazy. I'm going to go like this. Pop it. Delete. You know why? Because they're going to be pretty much the same. So I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to option key. Pull down. And now I got that there. Okay? Now we're going to do this last one. This one has to be done, right? So now we come over here. We get our shape tool. We go 1. Hold on a second. Nope, that's not it. Nope. We go like this. 1, 2, right? 3. And we even get the corner there. The little corner that's over there. Corner right there. Yep. Right here. That little corner. This guy here. And this guy right here. And this guy right here. And this guy right here. Because we want to get the outer shape, okay? Now we got that set. Now we come over here. And we hope that it came out right. Yep. See how it's got the little tab in there? And that's where that's going to fit into. Right? Because that's where that'll fit into. It's really nice. Okay, boom. And then that you're done. This is the assignment. I want to see this. And the way I want it saved is File, Save. I'm going to save it on my computer just so we all know. I'm going to save this as, not an SVG. We're going to save it as an Adobe Illustrator document. And I want you to have it to be your, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'd like it as a, well, let's do an Illustrator. It'd be a lot easier. Last name, right? Like that. underscore, and then I want it to be box. And that's all it has to be. That's what you upload to Schoology at the end of the day today, so I can take the roll. If I don't see it, then it's not there. Then you didn't show up for class that day. I think that's about it. Yeah, for today. Enjoy the day.